talk about financial services overall, it is important to call out the contribution that UPI has made overall in the digital payments landscape in India. Conceived and launched in 2016 as one of the most important and successful initiatives under Digital India, UPI effectively has transformed the way Indians pay digitally, Indians send and receive money digitally on their smartphones. In effect, I think it'll be fair for me to say UPI has democratized the way we make payments in India. It's seen a clear hockey stick growth, and with a clearly an annualized payment value of close to $200 billion as we speak, and growing further. In fact, there's been a survey by BCG and Google which project that by the end of 2020, over half of internet users will actually be users of digital payments, and this market would grow to be as large as $500 billion. Now, when you take a market opportunity as large as this and layer on it the tens of millions of users that use Xiaomi phones on a daily basis, some very, very interesting opportunities come up. And it is my privilege to talk about one such opportunity that we are bringing to the market today, which is MiPay, India's payment solution from Xiaomi, the easy way to pay. Thank you. Thank you. MiPay is a solution that we have pretty much conceived and designed in India, keeping in mind the typical Indian payment use cases. In fact, this is the first time that Xiaomi has launched a payment service anywhere else in the world outside of China. MiPay is built on the UPI platform, which brings it access to over 120 banks. And there are three fundamental factors that I want to call out about the MiPay solution. One, how simple is it? Two, how convenient is it? And three, how secure is it? Let's talk about simple first. The first thing that strikes you about the entire MiPay app is the clean, neat, clutter-free interface that you see on the app. And we've spoken to a lot of our users, we've spoken to our Mi fans, we've spoken to people who use digital payments, and they keep telling us, look, I have 2-3 very common use cases. I need to send money, I need to request money, and once in a while I need to make a bill payment, and I have, let's say, to scan a QR code to pay offline. So we took that really, really clearly and seriously and said, let's design an interface that keeps clutter away. If you want to make a money transfer, it needs to be accessible at a single click. No more navigating through multiple menus and sub-menus, no more going into multiple sub-pages to do a simple functionality. So that's one big call out on the design approach, on the UI design and UX design approach of the MiPay app. Our users also told us that while you do money transfers, a whole bulk of those transfers are actually peer-to-peer transfers. So we said, look, we have to figure out a way to make that really easy and convenient for our users. So let's see how the entire peer-to-peer money transfer functionality works on MiPay. So I launched the app, I click on the transfer button, and in this case, actually, Manu and I had gone for dinner last night, and we had to split the bill. So here I am doing that. I choose Send to UPI ID. I enter Manu's UPI ID, and we had Rajma Chawal, so we are splitting like $50 for the entire bill. And I enter my super secure UPI PIN, and boom, I'm done. The money gets instantaneously transferred on UPI to Manu's bank account. Now that was a transfer money on UPI use case. But a lot of users have also told us that, you know what, my mother, my father, my uncle, etc., perhaps don't know UPI. They haven't yet adopted a UPI ID. Is it possible to transfer through bank account? Of course, the UPI platform offers that too, and that's cleanly and neatly integrated with MiPay. Let's look at how the easy peer-to-peer transfer option works using the money transfer to a bank account option. So again, I click on transfer. This time, I'll choose send to bank account. No confusion, very clearly laid out there. Enter the bank account details of the recipient, including the IFSC code, the amount, and finally the super secure UPI PIN, and the money is instantaneously transferred to the recipient's bank account. Well, that was a send money use case. You can also request money whenever you need to. So request, enter the intended sender's UPI details, the amount, and we're done. A notification goes to the intended user's UPI app, and it could be pretty much any UPI app because we're leveraging the power of the UPI platform. And once the other person makes that payment, I get a notification and the money is instantaneously credited to my bank account. And we've also realized that there are a whole lot of offline payment use cases. You keep seeing QR codes being available in a whole lot of offline stores where people prefer to receive digital payments, especially for lower ticket transactions. There's a very easy access to scanning and paying. All I do is click on that, scan the QR code, and the entire payment is made. So the three key use cases that we have for digital payments, which is sending money, requesting money, scanning and paying, all very easily, cleanly, and neatly, effectively in a very simple use case, integrated into the MePay app. That was how we made it simple. Now let's talk about how we make it convenient, and here's where this entire story becomes really interesting. The most interesting thing about MIUI is the way it's deeply integrated. The most interesting thing about MePay is the way it's deeply integrated into the MIUI experience. In fact, taking a step back, the way we think about this is that there are three large meta use cases for the usage of a smartphone and the internet. One, you have content. Two, you have communication. And three, you have commerce. Now, when it comes to content, you probably have the browser, you have the video player, you have the gallery, etc. Now, all of these are core apps of the operating system. Similarly, when it comes to communication, you have messaging, which is a core functionality. Now, that's a core app of the operating system. It's exactly with the same philosophy that we think of payments. We think payments are a core mobile operating system use case, and hence, payments as a functionality needs to be deeply integrated into all key touch points in your entire smartphone experience. The fact that payments is a separate app which is installed separately is a notion that over a period of time can evolve and change if you take the view that it's a core app and integrate it smartly into various aspects of the smartphone's functionality. Let me explain how we have done that. For us, MePay is not just a standalone app. When we think of it as a core operating system functionality, we've taken digital payments and integrated that into various parts of the experience where it's relevant. For example, in the SMS messaging app, there is a transfer money option. I can click that and make an instantaneous transfer to the person that I'm chatting with without going to my payments app. Similarly, from the contacts app, I click on the send money option and I can send straight from the contacts app without having to open my payment app separately. Similarly, from the app vault, which is something that you can access by swiping to the right from your home screen. And of course, the camera and scanner app. MePay and its functionality is deeply intertwined with various relevant points, various relevant touch points of the entire MIUI experience. Let's take a look at how some of these use cases flow. Let me take the transfer money in SMS use case. And in this scenario, let's say I've got my first salary and I'd like to transfer some of that to my mother. And let's see how that goes. I'm chatting with my mom. I choose send money. I choose her bank account information. I've entered the amount, followed by the PIN, and that's it. I did not have to launch a separate payments app. I'm in my messaging app, I'm chatting with my mother, I had to send her some money, I could do it right within the app without having to launch another app. Let me take another very interesting use case here. Transfer money using the contacts application. And here let's talk about a scenario where I have to transfer rent to my landlord. What do? I go to the contacts app, choose my landlord in the entire contacts option, click on the send money link out there, UPI ID of my landlord, which in this case is Anuj. Enter the amount, enter the UPI PIN, boom, the money is transferred to my landlord. I've been very much in my contacts app. I did not have to go launch a different payment app, and the entire transaction has been completed seamlessly in just one single flow. That's pretty much how we are thinking of integrating MiPay and its functionality into various critical aspects of the MIUI experience. But we also realize that it's not just sending and receiving money which are large digital payments use cases. A lot of people also use digital payments to recharge their phones, to recharge their DTH accounts, and to make various utility bill payments. Could be for their gas connection, for electricity, for power, and so on and so forth. All of that, all the relevant ones are already integrated into the MiPay service because it rides on Bharat BillPay's infrastructure, which supports over 120 billers as well as recharge partners. And that's not all. MiPay as a payment solution is also available on Mi.com and the Mi Store app, wherein in this case, if I have to buy a Mi A2, I just click on the Buy Now button, place order, go to my checkout options, choose UPI, and MiPay clearly is available out there, and I continue checking out. The beauty of this is because it's so tightly integrated with the MIUI experience, if you have a Mi account, then you don't have to register separately for MiPay. You're already registered, you just need to activate it by signing into the MiPay app. There is no question of following a separate process, etc., to register for your payment solution because of the integration that we have done with the overall MIUI experience. And finally, and most importantly, I know a lot of you are curious to know how do we keep this secure, what happens to data localization, and so on and so forth. Extremely proud to tell you that the solution has been approved by NPCI, and we have followed all the high standards of audit and certification that have been stated here. The solution is audited and certified by EY as well as Lucidius. EY, both of them put together, have audited us for vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, as well as the system audit report, with which all data localization has also been looked into. At this moment of time, I should take a minute in calling out the fact that for MiPay, all user data is stored locally in India in secure servers. We are compliant with the data localization requirements from day one. I'd also, at this point of time, like to express my thanks and gratitude to NPCI, specifically Ms. Praveena Rai, for joining us here. They've been great support, and with their support, as well as with the support of our payment service provider, ICICI Bank, which is one of India's foremost banks, we wish to take MiPay and this entire payment solution for our users to even greater heights. To summarize, MiPay is India's payment solution from Xiaomi, makes it a very, very easy way to pay, is simple, is convenient, and is secure. Based on UPI, it's rolling out as we speak to all MIUI users, and we hope to complete that rollout over the course of the next couple of weeks. Just take a moment to play out a video for all of you on MiPay.
This is the new MiPay app, a one-stop solution to all your payment needs. Whether it's splitting last night's dinner bill, paying rent, or simply sending money back home, MiPay does it seamlessly. MiPay is deeply integrated in MIUI, allowing access through SMS, contacts, and even scanner. So now you can easily make money transfers to your friends' bank accounts. The MiPay app also offers easy bill payments. Electricity, internet, phone bills, and more can be paid directly through the home screen. That too through multiple options: UPI, credit cards, debit cards, and net banking. In fact, MiPay also sends smart reminders for bill payments. Your security is important to us, and that's why all the MiPay data is stored only in India in highly secure systems. So whether it's grocery shopping at the supermarket, transferring money to a friend, online shopping, or even timely bill payments, MiPay does it all. MiPay, the easy way to pay.